Sports have been a part of our culture since the dawn of civilization. It seems as if competition has been a major part of our human experience, perfecting the mind, the body, and technique to be the very best. Basketball is a sport that demands to be mastered. As FIBA.basketball has stated, over 450 million people everywhere in the world play basketball. This marks the sport as one of the most popular on the globe. Today, we will ingrain the steps of how to properly shoot a basketball with form, motion, and repetition. The most important step within the progress of shooting a basketball is form. Without proper form, there is no consistency. Firstly, we want to have our feet balanced, shoulder length apart. Any more or any less than this will cause instability and inconsistency with our shot. Next, we want our head and eyes locked onto the spot we want the ball to be. This will help our aim greatly. Next, we want our knees slightly bent so we can jump. Jumping gives our shot power, and that's where all the power comes from. And next, we want our arms, when holding the ball, at chest length, 90-degree angle for your dominant hand, and your non-dominant hand as a guiding hand for it. You want your wrist and your fingertips to be on the ridges of the ball, and you want the ball to be placed on its fingertips, nothing in the palm. Now, we'll go on for motion from here. And the most important aspect of motion is to be smooth. Good shooters are not the fastest shooters, are not the highest jumpers. They are the ones that are in control. Out of control, your shot will be out of control, and it will cause it to be inconsistent. Now, our first step in the motion is to do all of this in one motion. We want your jumping, and then you want to raise your arms and then raise your dominant arm the highest. And at its apex, you want to flick the wrist to make your ball spin. We want the ball to spin because once it hits the backboard with that spin, the ball will go downwards instead of just bouncing off away from the goal. Now, we'll go on to the final point, which is repetition. Repetition is needed. Last, we have repetitions. All these shooting steps can be very difficult to ingrain into your head. One, you have adrenaline rushing in mid-game, and it's hard to keep that in control. So the most important thing after all of that is to ingrain all of this into your muscle memory. Some good steps for that is just to have the ball and just do exactly as a form shooting motion so you can get that easily into your muscles. Another drill that I have is you take the ball, you go into the side of the blackboard, and you just crouch, stand up, bring the ball up, and then flick it onto the side of the backboard. That will help your aim and your form greatly. Now, today, we have identified the most important aspects of proper jump shots. It's form, motion, and repetition. Basketball is an amazing game. It is one of the most social games out of most sports, and you meet new people randomly if you just go to any court, and it's very good for cardio. With practice, a great jump shot would want anyone to make your team and be necessary